Yo, Pierre, you wanna come out?
What's up? So this is your work, right? You know, to put it mildly, it sucks. We all move after trends and design is not exception. So if you, yes you, are still doing counter by stroke and think you're a cool designer, then feel free to turn off the video. Oh wait, I'm just kidding. Bravely continue to watching. Because smart people have long moved on to the glow effect, or as it called in a narrow cycle of designers, counter light. You may ask, but why do I need to do this glow? It's simple. Everyone wants to make money, a lot of money on design, but for this you need to make a unit product, right? Glow effect is exactly what will help you to stand out from the ordinary boring thumbnails. And who else if not me will teach you how to do that. So, here we are in the Photoshop. To begin with, there is a small note that in order to create the same quality glow effects like mine, you need a graphics tablet, because it's much harder to draw the same beautiful outline light with the mouse, but nevertheless it's possible. There are two ways to draw contour light. One is simple, the other is through the gradient map. Let's go on to the first one. To do this, we just take a suitable color, but that is lighter than our background. I take something like that. Take an ordinary soft brush, set the size depending on the size of the source, create a new layer behind the character and couple of clicks. It's important not to go overboard with the light behind the character. If anything, you can also lower the opacity a little bit. Next, with the same soft brush, we will draw light on the character itself. To begin, we create a new layer, select the character. To do this, on the layer with the character, hold down Ctrl and left click on the layer. Now we just click a few times on the edges, but again, the main thing is not to overdo it. Here everything is simple. The main thing is to understand when this light can be, and not to invent everything not usual. Here I often reduce the opacity a little bit, and sometimes I can wipe with the brush in some places. Well, now the most important thing. Let's move on to the contour light. For this I use a ready-made brush from my pack, but I'll show you how to make a similar one. We take all the same soft brush, squeeze it a little from the sides, then go to the settings of the brush and copy the settings like mine. Just be sure to include smoothing. That's the most important. With this method of drawing, you can leave the brush opacity at 100. And then just start drawing light on the outline, sometimes going over some of the irregularities on clothes to give at least a little bit of volume. To make the contour light is more steep, I rotate the canvas by pressing the letter R to draw it in a line with the less rigid transformation, and simply so with more convenient and faster. Again, don't forget that outline shouldn't just look like a fat line. Of course, you won't get the contour light right away like I do, or other more skillful designers, but don't feel bad. I've been practicing this ability to draw outline light for months now, but even I don't have it perfect, so keep at it. Practice and practice again, and you will get it. So, next of course, let's don't forget about the lights on the hair. For this I use a special brush that allows you to draw the strands, but you can also draw it with thin lines with an underneath soft brush. Here already maximum it's important to rotate the canvas and draw the light in the direction of hair growth. Otherwise you will get very stunted and ugly. And then we have the final touch, the light on the temples. For this be sure to lower the opacity and the pressure of the pen, and just start drawing the light on the temples a small layer, so it not very striking to the eye, but it looks good. Also sometimes I wipe the edges with the eraser, and you are advised to do the same. That's the whole first way of drawing light. I hope you understand everything, and soon you will start using it in your works. Now let's move on to the next, more complicated way. Drawing the light through a gradient map. What is it and what does it do? Contouring light through a gradient map allows you to merge several similar colors behind the shade into one. How do you create and draw it, you might ask? First of all, we create a solid color of black, necessary black. Select the parameter of blending screen. Then, right here we find the gradient map tab. To change the colors, double click on those colors. In the leftmost part, you must have black. In the rightmost part, white. Between them, add 2 or 3 similar shades of the color you want. For starters, you can just copy my setting. Now we need to attach a gradient map to solid color. To do this, in the middle of this layer, click the left mouse button with the Alt key pressed. And now your gradient is attached to the black background. Now go down to the layer with the fill. Create an ordinary empty layer. It should also be attached by default. Here we will do the light itself. We do everything exactly the same in the first method, but the color of the brush must be selected white, remember that. You may ask then, what is the difficulty of this method? This light is really more difficult to draw. You can try both options and see for yourself. Well, that's all for today. Don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel, a new video will be released in a few days, so don't miss it. And goodbye.